Greetings, Girthlings. Welcome back to Girth. This is going to be my first update vid here. It's semi-scripted, so you see my eyes kind of darting in between the camera here and some other bullshit over here. Last time I talked, I made a decree of what my goals were going to look like for this year. Um, I had several of those, but in order of relevance to time constraints, obviously, um, I decided to start my fitness plan and diet first. Just because I need to look a certain way for the cosplays I want to do this year for MegaCon, and I want to make sure that I look right. And it just seems to be the thing that was most efficient to start now. You know, if I waited too long to start the diet, get that right, I probably wouldn't be in the best shape. Not that I'd be in bad shape. I don't think I am. But you know, when you're walking around shirtless around a place, you kind of want to look pretty good. So I'm doing a new cut. I'm not big in any way, but I need to cut, chisel down, look just shredded for the Weapon X cosplay that I'm going to try and do. So I decided after calculating my daily calorie expenditure that it'd be wise to do maintenance for 2 days and then lower amount during the weekends. That looks like 2,400 calories during weekends, 1,800 calories during the week. It's just standard protocol. It's something I can maintain, I can manage easily. Just yesterday, I had to go another day of eating maintenance again just because it was my friend's birthday and it was kind of unreasonable to just we were at Kobe's. I mean, what are you gonna? You're at Kobe's. You're gonna eat a little bit at Kobe's. So you got the chef. Our chef was Mr. Sanji. That was awesome. We love Sanji. Beautiful steak. I had a wonderful steak there. But that's besides the point. It's not supposed to be a yap video. It's supposed to be more constrained. That's the diet. That's the calories that I'm trying out. I'm not restricting any like no carb or I don't really. I just do numbers here. I know calorie math just because I was really obsessed with it when I was younger, and now I can kind of just estimate calories by looking at the food and kind of understanding the context of it. That's like a I guess a skill I've required. Uh, yeah. So as for the workout plan, I'm just doing straight calisthenics this time. That's it. Just feels better mainly just because I don't have a consistent way from work to home. It's always a different drive. It's always different times. Always starting at different times, ending at different times. I don't have the standard 9 to 5, so I don't get that luxury of uh how do you say? Damn the fuck. I don't get the luxury. I don't get the luxury of having a consistent. That's not the fucking word. The luxury of having a consistent routine. There you go. So I have to kind of switch things around a bit. And where my gym was located, it's not that it's far away. It's just it's kind of a tedious spot to reach. You know, when you come home from a long day of work, and then you gotta go to the gym. Then you gotta it can it's just annoying. It's better to just get home, work out there, and I can trust myself to do that because I know myself to stick with workout plans. That's not necessarily something that I would recommend to somebody newer. I like for like new people, at least in my opinion. Obviously, I'm not an expert. Who am I? Just a fucking guy. But from my experience, having it in a separate place and then like going there and doing that, even if it's just bullshit, even if you're going there just to do bullshit, like one exercise, half-assing it, and then just leaving because you don't feel like it. That's so much better than going hard 2 days at home, then giving yourself a break, and then getting lazy, and then you fall out of it, or you're not able to keep track of the plan. It's when you go there, you take it seriously, or you just go there and you go there and you go there and you go there until you build that habit of challenging your body. That's like how you get into the flow of things. That's how you get somewhere where you feel happy with yourself. That's how I feel that goes. You know. Damn, I'm such a yapper. I just can't talk. I can't stop talking. I just need to talk. That's what this is audio journal. Diet. Okay. As for the food I'm eating, right? I don't want to be hungry. During the week, what is this? It is the 20th as of this recording. So it's about my second 2.5 weeks in, roughly, as of this moment. Cooking's been challenging, to say the least. I've fucked up my fair share of meals here. I was watching a exercise for cheat meals video. I'll probably put him somewhere over here, somewhere over there. Camera's inverted. It doesn't feel right. I wanted to make his pizza because it looked good. I don't always seen this guy make this pizza. I always thought, oh, I'm not gonna make those pizzas. It's not a complete protein. Turns out the cheese completes the protein from the dough, because the dough lacks lysine. Cheese complements the lysine, mainly the pork. The pork's really the one in lysine, but I try to stay away from pork, so I'm gonna just use the cheese. But yeah, I fucked that up. I fucked that pizza up. It was one of those things where you just keep trying at it over and over and over again. Everything kind of gets in your way. I needed vital wheat gluten, which is the protein component they use as substitution for flour in the dough. I couldn't get it anywhere near the stores near me, and I wanted pizza that weekend no matter what, right? So I look up, what is vital wheat gluten? Vital wheat gluten, turns out you can make it at home with just dough. It's called seitan. It's a vegan meat substitute. All it is you just take flour and you wash it. And you wash it over and over and over again until you're left with just the gluten. Fucking insane that you can do that. That's absolutely crazy that you could just wash away all the calories. It sounds like some bullshit that I made up here on the spot, but I swear to you, that's how that works. So I did that, and I just had this disgusting ball. It looked like Vecna's flesh of just gluten sitting there. I tried that out. I put it in the oven. I don't have a dehydrator, so I just put it in the oven, low heat, let it sit there. Tried to make a flour out of it. Didn't really work. Failure 1. Did that again with some more dough. And because I was so caught up in what flours have more gluten, I ended up buying whole wheat flour. I wasn't going to buy more flour, right? So I mix whole wheat flour with not only my failed powder form of vital wheat gluten, but then my cancerous dough of pure gluten into the flour. I had to knead this bitch for about an hour and a half of just beating up some fucking dough. It looked like dough at the end. It looked like dough, but it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. Yeah. So I got my brown dough. I got my skim cheese. I got the fat-free cheese. Skipped out on the pork. When I was making the sauce, I didn't put the olive oil in it. I know he told me not to. He told me keep the olive oil in it. But I didn't want to listen. I couldn't be bothered because he wanted me to make a whole tub of this shit. I'm just pulling sauce out the fridge, man. I'm pulling sauce out the fridge. I'm seasoning it a little. What difference is it gonna make? It made a difference. It made a difference. I didn't add the pork. I decided to switch the pork out for turkey bacon. It didn't work, man. It didn't work. It didn't work. This is the pizza I got. It was all right. It cost me $150 to make that pizza. It was dry. The cheese didn't feel like it was part of the bread. It felt like cheese was sitting on top of the bread. There's very little sauce somehow. I didn't put. I mean, I swear I laced that thing with sauce, but it just wasn't. It wasn't salivating in any kind, way, or form. That wasn't the only thing I fucked up though in this 2 week span where I've been away from you, my beautiful, beautiful girthlings, my beautiful baby girthlings. No, because I was hungry when making the pizza, I took some leftover rotisserie chicken and I bought some Thai green curry paste and I wanted to make some curry. But I didn't want to make curry the normal way. No, 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 no. I'm on a diet. Curry uses heavy cream, coconut heavy cream. What if I mix Greek yogurt and milk to make my own thick cream substitute? Dumbass. When you put the yogurt under heat, it's gonna separate. So now I got this curdly mess that doesn't taste like anything because again, I didn't want to use olive oil to cook my seasonings. So now it's a bland curry tasting dish sitting in my fridge, wasting space, wasting more money on that. Failed my chicken curry. Then when I finally finished the pizza, which took me about 2 days to make, 3 days worth of just figuring shit out, I was 150 in the hole with a horrible pizza and no edible chicken. But the day after the pizza was made, I had it again and I was pretty satisfied with it. It's not that it tasted better in any way. It was just about the same amount of all right, but just having it there meant something to me in that fridge. You know, seeing that all that work amalgamated into something, even if I didn't like the end result, even if I thought it was a failure, I still had something there. And it was a reminder that I'm not going to get things right the first time. I'm not going to be right the first time. I'm just going to, quite frankly, fuck a lot of stuff up. It's something I kind of already knew, but I guess this experience just kind of reinforced that for me. Seeing the pizza there, having it again, it tasted better because I knew I made it and I knew what it took to make it and how to get there. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was still pretty like a 4 out of 10 pizza, but it was my 4 out of 10 pizza. And I guess that means something to me. You don't need to succeed in order to be satisfied. And I think having this journal here to say that out loud to myself is a cathartic experience. I don't know if I'm using that word right. As for any other food, I've been like during the week, during those last 2 weeks, I've had the rice bender, that guy on Instagram and like YouTube probably. His Volume King soup. It's just a cabbage soup with some meat, soy, a lot of mushrooms. Just really about it. You just tenderize the meat. It's a good recipe. It's simple. It gets a little crazy after having it for a couple days. We make like a big vat for me and my partner. So that was good. I didn't fuck that up. And I've fucked up soup. I've tried to make chicken soup on multiple occasions. Apparently, I'm not too good at making soup. I'm trying it again. I'm not stopping until I know how to make fucking chicken soup very well. I really care about soup. I really care about soup. But yeah, that's the lesson here today. I'll be dropping another video at the end of the month going through how my TTRPG is going and how I'm making that game. Just my ideas for the One Piece game I'm doing. Obviously, it's not finished. I'm going to be running another one shot soon with the DM. I'm not the DM, I'm a player, but I'm building the system for them. They're kind of just running the world. That's their thing. They're doing all the lore and whatever. I'm more interested in how to revamp the game because there's not really a One Piece game, you know? A One Piece TTRPG just doesn't exist. There's no precedent for it. There's one that gets close. It's like called Rapscallion or something. They got like you can like snort crack. You can snort like dead pirates and like get like devil contracts or something. It's pretty cool, but it's just not One Piece. So I'm making it. I didn't want this video to be too long, but I kind of yapped it here. It's written there in my notes. I see it, but I made it a little bit longer. This is my send off. Peace out, Girthling.